If you've ever walked into a lawyer's office and you thought, I hope I'm prepared for this, you're not alone. One of the biggest secrets to a productive estate planning meeting isn't bringing a stack of documents. It's coming in with clarity about your goals and your family situation. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how to prepare for your first estate planning meeting, what information your attorney actually needs, what you don't need to bring, and how to make the most of your time so you walk away feeling confident instead of overwhelmed. And if you'd like more practical estate planning insights like this, you can join our free monthly newsletter using the link below. So, before your meeting, first I suggest you prepare clear goals for the meeting. What are you hoping to accomplish as a result of the overall planning? Do you want to limit taxes or make sure a child is protected? What keeps you up at night? Hopefully, the attorney will ask you about your goals. But even if they don't, you should share it with them. Next, you want to provide the attorney with high-level personal information before the meeting. The attorney will want to know all of the players in your situation, the spouse, children and grandchildren, involved families, parents and friends, any other people that you're supporting. Were you married before? Do you have a prenup? Are you going through a divorce? Are you a U.S. citizen? All these things affect how revocable trusts are drafted. Also, does any beneficiary have a disability, or are they receiving public benefits? Where are they living? Are they conserved? You'll want to provide all of this information. So next, you want to provide a high-level snapshot of all of your assets. The attorney will want to know what types of assets you own and the approximate value for them. You should talk about real estate that you own, banks and investment accounts, retirement accounts, business interests, life insurance, valuable tangible personal property, and big debts, among other things. Knowing the types of assets that you have helps us as attorneys advise on how each asset should be titled in the name of the trust, or if the trust should be named as a beneficiary. Also, knowing values of the assets helps us advise on what type of planning you might need. For example, you might need estate tax protection, or how do you allocate the assets between the recipients? We're not just busybodies, okay? We really need to know these things. Now, attorneys usually don't need the actual bank statements, prior income tax returns, or mortgage payments. So next, you should think through who should be on the bus, all right? This means who should act as successor trustee of your trust, agent under a power of attorney, your healthcare agent, guardians for your minor children, a trust protector, a care manager, all of these things. Also, who shouldn't be on the bus at all? Which troublesome family members might exist who shouldn't be allowed to act as trustee or other roles and shouldn't receive an inheritance? Please flag for us any family situations that might need extra care. Okay, you might have a blended family, you might have minor children, children with unequal needs, maybe you have spendthrift or addiction issues with some of your kids, you might have a disabled child, or there might be public benefits issues, you might own property outside of California or international assets, or even other business interests. Next, please provide your current existing estate planning documents. This could include your prior wills, trusts, durable powers of attorney, advanced healthcare directives. You might have a prenup or a postnup. We'd also like a copy of the grant deed for real property if you have it. And we'd like a copy of the operating agreement for corporations or LLCs in which you have an interest. Next, please prepare and share questions that relate to your situation. For example, how should I address this certain difficult situation, and what are the pros and cons of the different options? Also, what decisions need to be made now and which can be postponed for later? You might have some what ifs. You have specific fears like, what if the trustee takes advantage of my child? What if my spouse remarries and leaves everything to the new spouse? What if my children don't get along after I'm gone? How much time does the drafting process take? How frequently should you look over and update the plan? These are all really good questions, but I ask not to ask like really out there hypotheticals or just things you're generally interested in. Make sure that you focus on your particular situation.
Did you know my mom has a monthly newsletter where she shares helpful information? Click below to join.
Finally, I want to tell you to get ready to get uncomfortable. You're going to be talking about money, disability, and death. 3 topics we typically don't discuss in polite society. Don't assume that an asset won't count towards your estate or it'll pass a certain way. Please ask. Okay. Now you'll also talk about healthcare. What if you become disabled? If you're in a coma, what do you want done? Do you want to be buried? Again, these are taboo subjects in our society, so be prepared. And I ask you to please don't hide the ball. You need to be honest about everything so we can guide you properly. Sometimes I have clients come in who they wait until like the final 10 minutes to talk about the thing that's really bugging them. Don't do that. Put that at the beginning of the meeting so we have sufficient time to discuss it all. And this is not a time to try to paint your family in the best light. Don't just bring out the best pictures. We want to know the problems that are happening. Because the truth is that a great estate planning meeting isn't about impressing your attorney. It's about being open, thoughtful, and prepared to have honest conversations about money, health, and family dynamics. The more transparent you are, the better guidance we can provide. Estate planning only works when we see the full picture. If you're ready to start the process, or you've been putting it off because you weren't sure how to prepare, we'd be happy to help. You can schedule a consultation with our office using the link below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
If this video is helpful for you, share it to someone else who might benefit from it.